So for days now and all morning long, we've been warning you about the potential for dangerous wind. Now, those winds whipping across the U.S. This is video, right here. This is video out of Boulder, Colorado. You can see clouds, you can see dust rolling near a highway, and that's potentially coming, well, it's definitely coming here. Is this the same storm?
It's the exact
Taylor?
same storm system, yep. So
Okay.
the worst of the wind that we're going to see later today, that's rolling through Colorado right now, and that caused quite that scene there in Boulder, Colorado just a couple of hours ago. We're already seeing some windy conditions here in Iowa as well. Take a look at this picture sent to us by one of the Iowa State troopers, and the top of that vehicle kind of ripped apart there, at least a little bit, due to some of the gusty winds we have seen this morning. So that was on I-80 in Adair County. It's only going to get windier from here on out, folks, so batten down the hatches. It's going to be a serious situation. Let's talk about what's happening right now. We have wind gusts that are exceeding 40 miles per hour in southern Iowa right now. Strongest wind in Centerville at 48 miles per hour, currently 31 miles per hour in Des Moines. These are out of the south-southwest. They're going to stay out of the south-southwest for the rest of this morning and most of this afternoon, and then they'll turn westerly this evening. As we move through the afternoon, we're going to see those winds pick up to about 40 to 50 miles per hour. The wind gusts, at least, will get that strong by mid-afternoon. We could occasionally get wind gusts approaching the 60 mile per hour time frame. And then we're going to have two windows where the strongest wind gusts will roll through. The first window is going to be right around dinner time, 6 p.m. or so, when that line of storms rolls through. Some very strong wind gusts are possible as that line pushes through. We'll probably have a brief lull in the activity right behind that line, and then a second wave of strong wind gusts will roll through by the mid to late evening hours. So there's going to be two rounds where we could see some dangerous wind gusts across all of central Iowa. High wind warning will begin at the top of this next hour at noon for all of central Iowa. Let's talk about the severe weather threat, because that is in play as well. Mainly dry through the afternoon. We have had quite a bit of sunshine this morning, which is adding fuel into the atmosphere for instability to support thunderstorms that are likely to move across the state late this afternoon, early this evening. Here's a freeze frame at 5 o'clock. Starts to move into our western counties at that time. Races eastward, probably arrives on I-35 right around 6 p.m., including Ames and Des Moines. Continues that quick push eastward as we head into the early evening hours, likely out of our area by 8 o'clock or so. There is a level 4 moderate risk for severe weather for all the areas highlighted in red. That does now include Des Moines, Fort Dodge, good chunk of central Iowa. Primary threat here, damaging straight line winds that could be up to, with that line moving through, up to 90 miles per hour. This is a serious, potentially serious situation. In that line, we could have a few tornadoes develop as well. So it is, we don't like to hype things up, but this is a very serious situation. Make plans now ahead of what you would do, where your storm shelter is. If you were to be in a tornado or a severe thunderstorm warning, it's going to be that type of day. And honestly, if you can, I would suggest you get home by 4 or 5 o'clock here in central Iowa, and probably should stay put there for the rest of the evening. Jackie?
Sound advice. We appreciate that very much, Taylor. Now, if you are at home, now is the time to really get ready for those winds. The National Weather Service in Des Moines says it's best to secure objects like trash cans and those holiday decorations you have out right now. That you have up. You want to avoid power lines, those tall trees, and other potential hazards. If you're on the road, keep extra space between you and other vehicles, especially those semi-trucks, school buses. Last but not least, stay away from windows. So the windy weather is forcing the mile-long bridge over Saylorville Lake near Polk County to close at noon. The Iowa DOT says another mile-long bridge, Highway 14, that's over Red Rock Lake, that's near Knoxville, may also be forced to close. Both are open right now, but that's subject to change, of course, this afternoon and evening, like we just said. Also, schools across central Iowa are sending students home early in anticipation of the weather. On our website, weareiowa.com, we have a running list of schools and their plans for the rest of the day, and you can find that again on our homepage at weareiowa.com. We're seeing quite a few closures, not just with schools, but businesses and so much more. Follow the latest on our social media and our website. As always, we want you to stay weather aware. That's why you need to download the We Are Iowa app right now. Just scan that QR code on your screen. Make sure weather notifications are turned on so you don't miss important updates.